You're live.
Okay. Hi. Hey, everybody. We got anybody here?
Yeah,
Got a
ask how
couple
volume
people.
is.
Can you hear us? Okay. Can you hear the volume working out all right? Facing the right direction?
Looks like we were.
There we go. Now I think I'm finally booting up here. Let's see if we can get some more people. There we
How
are.
you guys doing?
What?
Hamilton Farm said, how about you?
Of course.
How about you?
How about you?
Hank, I'm glad you joined.
Oh, yeah, hey, Hank. Cool.
I'm just getting my system booted up. I can't see who's on here, so
Hamilton Bill.
hopefully,
Hopefully
we'll
get some more people
here.
logging in.
We know Friday night's not the best time right now, but hey, it's the time we got. So hopefully, people will be joining in.
Yeah, hope so.
Whew, there's a rush to the finish line there.
Oh my goodness, I know, it really was. Megan came in to see us, pulled into the driveway to see us frantically trying to cover the
As much of the garden as we can.
vegetation. They've been acting like we were going to get a frost now for a week, and now it looks like it could be a freeze.
I know, so scary.
You know,
How many people are you seeing, Megan?
3.
All right. Who's all on?
It only shows me who's commented.
well, I seen Hamiltonville Farm.
Oh,
Hank's
okay.
Well, could be a quiet, short night then.
It could be. We'll see.
We got Hank, we got quality.
Hey, we got Hank. That's all we
We
need.
got
We
quality.
got Hank
No, maybe
and
not
Gina.
quantity,
That's
but
all we got. That's all we need. Who would like more?
Yeah, for sure.
Hank, that thing I was texting you about, it's looking pretty good for a couple weeks. So I think that's definitely going to be something that's going to be fun. My computer's still not booted up. How many people's on, Megan?
5.
All right, we're getting some more people.
Where are y'all? How about some comments so we can see who's in the house?
I think yours is, huh? Oh, yours is coming in.
I mean, I can't see.
Yes, it does have his logo on it. Has our logo on it. You're
Oh, yeah. It's leather.
Good deal. Well, you still not loading up there, huh?
No,
Got problems?
I don't know what's going on.
Technology.
Technology, I didn't have time to get it set up right. There it goes.
It's a good deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I went and had a meeting with him today up at his office, so I think it's a good thing. He's got a couple things he's going to go do next couple weeks, so.
What are you talking about?
That thing I went today.
Oh, did you start talking about it and I just missed it?
Hank and I were texting about it back
I
and forth.
see. Okay, yeah. I think there's going to be a cook-off of some sort coming up.
Yeah, we have something
Something
cooking.
in the works.
Something
We
cooking.
have something cooking. Literally and figuratively.
We're gonna keep it a secret for now until it happens, so.
Yeah, because you never know, right?
Yes, you are, for sure.
Hi, Diane.
I know when we were down there, Hank, we worked Hurricane Bonnie. Was it Bonnie that was down there?
And then Tropical Storm Mitch.
Yeah, but Bonnie, we're down there at Pensacola Beach, right on the beach, and we stayed on the sound side.
And beach
But
house.
yeah, in a beach house. But I tell you, the was it Navarre Beach? Wasn't that Navarre?
Yes, that might be right.
Yeah, I think it was Navarre. That was the prettiest beach in sand. That pure
yeah.
white. I mean, it was almost blinding white.
Yeah, very bright.
It was awesome down there. And of
It
course,
really is beautiful.
Panama City, pretty close to where you guys are. It's
Enjoyed that, too.
it's very touristy, but we had to go down there. Actually,
Destin.
and Destin, yeah. Actually, did a claim on Coach Bowden's condo there at Panama City Beach. Didn't talk to him. Talked to his people and met his people. But it was a nice place.
So Diane, you guys are getting some chilly weather in Arlington too, huh? Are they talking about having a frost or a freeze that way? I know that's what they're saying for us.
Yes.
Single man, Eli. Oh, that's right.
Hey, Eli.
Eli.
Still waiting for my
Good
computer to
evening.
boot up here. So.
Oh my goodness,
I
are
know,
you serious?
it's going forever.
So I got a Mac.
Unfortunately, I can't use a Mac for work, so.
I know. Well, I mean, that's your loss, bud.
I know.
Yes, no frost. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, well, they are calling for a frost and potential freeze depending on where you are in the state. But it's going to get down pretty close to freezing.
Low 30s.
Low 30s with the wind chill below 30. So we were hardcore trying to prep and
Oh my gosh.
trying to get as much of the garden as we could cover, because once you get past tomorrow, it's going to warm back up to what it's been last week.
Yeah.
So
we're not ready to let things go because we're not, typically we don't have our first freeze until the beginning of November and not a hard freeze till the middle of November.
yes, we have a whole nother month of growing.
And we want it.
Yeah, we want it.
So what we did was we covered up absolutely everything we could, and then we picked every tomato we could pick.
Yeah, and there's still some more out there. We missed them. We're just running out of time.
We just ran out of time. So we covered half of the tomatoes,
Yep.
including the new one that has the full-size tomatoes that Lance is desperately wanting to harvest. And we will see what happens. We covered up all the herbs, the peas, and the green beans that are up by the front of the house, covered them up with plastic, and then half of the tomatoes and the lettuce. Oh, we covered up the lettuce bed too.
Yeah.
And
which I think they'll
will,
probably be okay, but
I
just
think
for sure,
they'll be
they're still pretty young.
I mean, it's a frost / freeze, so.
Yeah.
Yes, low tunnels. That's basically what we did on the front, in front of the house. We the herb beds and stuff. We low tunneled those all last winter, and they did fantastic. But what we did with them tonight, basically
Pretty much the same thing.
a low tunnel kind of situation. We covered them all up. I think those are going to be fine.
Yeah,
That's
I
gonna
think
work.
the herb stuff's gonna be fine. It's just the tomatoes. I think the ones that are with our peppers, we may lose all of our peppers and our Sorry, Megan's over here eating stuff. But so I think we're gonna lose all of our peppers and those 4 tomato plants
If it freezes, we'll lose those. I
that
think.
are on that side, and then maybe one side of our trellis tomatoes. But we got 5 tomato plants covered that we think are good enough.
I think they'll make it. It's creative. It's almost like creating a little greenhouse around the cattle panel and down into part of the raised bed. So, I mean, I think it'll work. We'll post some pictures and put the pictures of them on our Facebook page tomorrow morning when we have daylight again.
Yeah, like I said, we were rushing to get in here, so.
We got the sage covered. I think it's going to make it, Diane. I'm pretty sure that the way we've got it covered and the fact that those beds are right up by our house and block the north wind, 100% blocks the north wind.
Yeah,
Even if we hadn't covered those, I think those would have made it, but I don't want to lose my herbs yet.
yeah.
So we've got them covered, and I've got another big thing, probably this big, filled with all the spearmint that I cut because I just can't lose my spearmint. I want it for tea. So that, I mean, we have literally been in a panicked rush
Since about 5 o'clock.
for the last couple of hours, desperately trying to get that stuff covered before the live stream started and or it got dark.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't have the plastics. We had to make a mad run for the Lowe's, which is 30 minutes away.
One way,
One way, 30
then 30 minutes back.
Yeah. And then Lance bought a great big tarp, huge tarp, that we're putting over
The meat birds.
the meat chickens so that they, I mean, they're still kind of small, so we want to be careful. So that should cover them completely, and with them huddling together, they should be, I'm not, no concerns about that. They should be fine.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine.
So we've got, windows shut down in the chicken area. We've got doors shut in there. Goats are fine.
Yeah,
They'll probably
goats will be
enjoy it. I'm sure they haven't been enjoying the heat.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, earlier this week, on Monday or Tuesday, it was like 90 degrees.
Yep. And it was warm yesterday too.
Yeah, it was warm yesterday. So yesterday morning, or early afternoon, almost about noon, it was 85 degrees, and within 30 minutes, it dropped to 65. And then just kept dropping throughout the day, and it ended up being 38 degrees this morning.
That's chilly.
So it went from like summer to winter. And then we're going to have a fall after this, but it just may kill everything in the process. So who do we got here?
I'm seeing Eli, and of course we've got Hank, and we've got Diane, and and Christian. Hey Christian. Hey son. And if there's other people watching there, they are not they're not commenting. So
There you go.
throw in some comments there so we know you're around, and don't forget to please hit that thumbs up
Yeah, give
for
us
us.
a
We
thumbs up.
appreciate that very much. So
So the winner of the big prize last week has not contacted us.
Don Cooper.
Don Cooper. So if you guys know Don Cooper, please
Let her know.
let us know.
We're trying to get a hold of you.
And Don, please contact us. So we're gonna let it go one more week, and if we can't get a hold of Don or she doesn't contact us within that time frame,
Then next Friday we'll do a drawing.
then next Friday we'll just do the drawing.
We've
again.
still got the Excel sheet that we used for the
Yep.
previous one. We'll just pull that right back up and we'll draw again.
And in public.
Oh, good.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, yeah. 93 to 42. I know, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and then everybody has a cold or allergies or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's hard to keep regulating your body when the temperatures fluctuate that much.
And then, the people that I feel sorry for are the ones that have like arthritis issues.
Yeah, because this is, I'm sure,
It's
really
been
hard
super
on them.
hard on those folks.
There's your dad or mom, or your dad and your mom. I'm not sure who.
Hey, Mom and Dad.
Because sometimes your mom masquerades as
Chicken
recording.
India.
I know.
Hello, Chickenlandia.
How's it going, Chicklandia?
In love. Clever, clever, clever. Welcome. We were just talking about our concerns for a freeze this evening and all the running around we've just had to do to try to protect the crops. Animals will be okay. I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, Chicklandia, she's up there in almost Canada.
Well, then she'll have no sympathy for us.
Probably not. She's way up there in Washington.
Oh my goodness. So, have you already had a freeze then? Up there in that
Oh,
area?
I bet she has.
I bet you guys probably have. I see it's snowing like crazy in Colorado
In Montana.
and some of those places.
Yeah, I saw a post from.
It's cold up here already, she says. Yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah, I saw a post from somebody that lived in Denver that I used to work with, and they even had a bigger extreme yesterday. It was like 85, and it went to like 19 degrees
Yeah,
last
their
night.
temperatures plummeted, I think.
Yeah, and I think they got 2 or 3 inches of snow and craziness.
I mean, it just kills me because I don't want to give up on the plants because we're going to have this one cold day.
And it
And I
won't be
bet
that
we'll
way
have
for-
a whole nother month of it's pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
We're supposed to next week be already back into the 80s. Within the next few days, we're back
Yeah.
into the 80s during the day. So I just can't give up on our plants. Mowed, planted, dragged to sea. Yeah. So sounds like your mom and dad are battening down for the cold
Yeah.
too. 30s this morning. I'm by the coast, so it's mild compared to Montana. Okay.
Well, that's good.
So, your computer is dead, huh?
I don't know. It's kind of scaring me.
I'd be a little bit concerned.
I'll turn that off. Turn it off.
Yeah, power cycle the whole thing. He can't get his computer to turn on.
It's not good. It's my work computer.
It's not good. So what is everybody else doing to winterize? I guess Hank probably doesn't have to, huh?
He probably has to like 1 week a year down there in sunny Florida.
When it gets cold here, she'll want to move the barn animals into the house.
Well, you live in a barndominium. Don't you have a section
There's a barn
just
dominium.
built out for that already? I mean, come
Well,
on.
Dad heat, central heat.
How's Bok doing?
Oh, actually, she's doing great.
She's doing awesome.
Yeah, that Prid
Prid.
that I don't know if it was it Chickenlandia that recommended that? I don't remember who recommended that.
I think it was Yoklahoma.
Oh yes, and somebody else. There were a
Yeah.
couple of people who mentioned it. Anyways, that did the trick.
Yeah,
I was
we're
really impressed. Yeah, she seems fine.
Yep.
We look when we go out there. We pick her up and we look at her feet every time we walk out there. We're like, nah, she looks good.
Yeah, she's looking real good. She's laying eggs.
Laying eggs now. Yeah. Okay, I thought that it was a couple of people that had mentioned it. So yeah. Anyways, we love that stuff. So we may try to stay proactively on top of bringing her in and just getting her feet cleaned and
And make sure there's. Because
maybe
sometimes
squirt
she's just
some better ice and on
predisposition
her.
for
Yeah,
it or
she's
something.
clearly it's just going to be a problem for her going forward.
And I think we need to get some of that, whatever it's called, blue coat or something like that. It's supposed to be a real good kind of antibacterial sealant kind of deal, but it makes everything blue or purple colored.
So did it just come out on its own? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was weird. It didn't come out the bottom; it came out the top. So like this portion of her paw or her
Between
foot.
her toes.
Yeah, and we just kind of popped it like a zit. It was gross, very gross. But she's doing good. Like I said, she's laying an egg, as many as we can tell. Because I don't know. Well, we're gonna save that. But we've had some visitors in our chicken coop lately, and not been welcomed. You all right, babe? All right, Marcy's coughing over there.
Sorry.
Now she checks it now since she's Yeah, well, that's a good thing. You got to check that. I mean, she's the only chicken we've ever had that's ever had that issue. So we don't know why she's predisposed, but any illness or anything like that we've ever had, other than maybe one other chicken, it's all been bok.
Yeah. I think
She's just
delicate.
Yeah, she's just a small bird, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it, or I don't know, but she's a mess.
Hopefully it's all out now. If we could just keep the chickens out, or the snakes out.
Yes, the snakes.
Pretty much done with the snakes.
Yes.
It's a good thing we can say about the cold weather.
I was going to use that for it.
Hey, hodgepodge and OMG.
Giveaway question.
Woohoo. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. So as Marcy was saying, so I don't know how many of you guys actually follow us on Instagram and Facebook, but I posted something, was it Wednesday night?
It was Wednesday night.
So Wednesday night was pretty warm. It was like in the 80s. So I went into the chicken coop to pick up eggs, or actually to the goat pen, but our nesting boxes are in there to pick up eggs. And there is this rat snake that is huge, all coiled up in one of the nesting boxes. Around the golf balls I have in there that they're supposed to eat. And he had probably 1 or 2 eggs, and I mean, he was huge. All
you
bunked
can
up.
see the egg bulges.
Oh,
right?
yeah, you can see the egg bulges. And I was like, oh my goodness. It was actually right before Hank's live stream. Because I was a little late because I was dealing with the
Take
snake.
care of business.
But man, it's just, every time I've seen that or done that, Marcy hasn't been here. Other than that one.
Other than one time, and he saw it before I did, so I was able to scoot on out of there.
Yeah, gosh. You know, and I wouldn't mind the snakes if they wouldn't eat the eggs.
Yeah, I'd be good with them hanging around eating the mice and stuff.
Mice
That'd
and
be
little
fine.
rodents and that kind
But
of
I
stuff.
need them to stay out of sight and
Yeah.
stop eating our eggs.
You know, and probably 1 or 2 eggs, probably not that big a deal. But my concern is if we have any baby chickens in there at any time, they could possibly be damaged and eat those. Because I know my parents have lost quail that way for snakes.
Yes, and baby chicks, I know that people, and we've got those little bantams, and they're too big probably to be snake fodder, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like, I just want them eating our eggs, and we were like, we have like, how many chickens that can lay eggs now? 8, 12, 14 chickens that could eat, and we're getting like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
In
Now, I mean-
optimal weather conditions. Now, I know the days are getting a little bit shorter, so we'll definitely see a little bit of a decline there, but
Yeah, and we have 8 of them that are brand new layers.
yeah,
They're just
you
starting
know,
off.
Lance was thinking about some things to do to help, kind of maybe divert some of the snakes out of that area. But we'll do it when it gets colder, and we won't have to worry about seeing them.
Yeah, so where our chicken coop is on that side of the property, there's only probably about a 3-foot space between that and our neighbor. And that neighbor has like some bushes
Growing up on the fence.
growing up on the fence, and there's leaves and stuff all through there. So I know the snakes are coming from there. And one day he was out burning some stuff, a big pile back there, and we were chit-chatting. And I said, hey, during the winter, once it cools down, how about me and you go through cleaning all that out and burning all of those leaves underneath it and getting all that stuff out? Because we're getting a lot of snakes, and I think they're coming from there. Because I've seen one that I chased away from the coop, and it went that way. Now, there's nothing stopping from going around to the front, because where we have the nesting eggs are in our goat pen, and there's just doors. So
Right.
it's not like it's a secured inside run. I mean, like our chickens are free range, and so it's not a perfect solution, but that may work. But I have some solutions for the back end of, the back part of that chicken coop's it's just kind of plywood that's been painted. And some of the boards are kind of coming loose on the bottom. So I'm thinking about reinforcing that and then putting some hardware cloth into the ground so they can't actually climb up underneath there. They'd actually kind of have to come
That's
around.
kind of what Chicken Landy was saying, reinforcing with some hardwire mesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll try that and see what happens. Like you said, it's hard with snakes. They can
mean,
get
they
into
can get through
very
some
small
small holes.
spaces. Yeah, that's really the problem. Is they can really squeeze themselves in there, can't they? Yep, bury yeah. So dig down a little bit, and then yeah. I think we'll try that. That seems like a good fall/winter project.
Yeah, we need to waterproof that whole back part anyways.
We do. We get a little bit. Yeah.
So we get a little bit of water.
And those structures have been there for a while, so and the older part of the chicken coop, we have 2 chicken coops. So the one that was there on the property, it needs kind of a whole big overhaul. The roof on that is just terrible. It needs to be ripped
Yeah,
off
it's
and
not good.
replaced. water just kind of drips through everywhere. So, hey, there's Oak Knob Farm, Ash's Treasure. Hello, have joined us. So welcome.
So David, is Bob and Mrs. B with you guys still?
Okay, that's right. I forgot that.
That's right. Dave's big event is tomorrow, which is Saturday. Tomorrow, Saturday. If you watch this video, you'll get it.
Okay.
But he's having an event up in the New Hampshire area. I think it's called a Harvest Gathering. Hopefully I said that right there.
They are, he says.
All right. Well, hey, Bob and Mrs. B. I wish we could be up there hanging out with you guys tomorrow, but that's a long drive.
It is. How's the project that Bob helped with holding up here on the Rockin' C?
Oh, they're doing great.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We love having that water. It's just.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Gosh, and having to be able to flip the power on and the.
In the snake room.
Mm-hmm. And the snake room. Well, let me just tell you, I reach in I stand back away from the door as far as I can to reach in and flip the light in, then I step back and I do a thorough look in every corner before I actually walk into the space. So
Yeah.
we can thank Bob for that.
Yes, thank you, Bob. Yeah, but those projects are holding up fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And the probably the one thing, and something I have to do, I need to refill in the whole. I filled in that trench once, and it got washed out. So I have to go back in and refill it in. I just
pack it down and probably do that several more times for
Yeah.
a series of weeks, back to back, so we can just establish it.
Yeah.
And it won't wash out every time.
And get some more gravel.
But we
it's
need
just,
to get it filled in so we don't end up, when it gets really cold for long periods, that could be a problem.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, it has just been so dang hot. We just haven't really felt like doing much outside that unless it's necessary.
True.
Until the last week or so.
Oh my gosh. It's finally now to the point where at least it's cool in the morning and cool in the evening. Still gets a little bit warm in the day. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's cool enough in the morning, long enough we can get out there and do something without feeling like we're going to die of heat.
Yeah, for sure. I just wish that, as we get further into the fall, we get, the daylight gets shorter and shorter and shorter, so.
The new adventure for the creative spelling. Welcome. Hello.
Hey, new adventure.
Where are you guys from? New adventure. Let's see. I just tried per request. We have to go buy another vehicle tomorrow. Looking at a Nissan Armada. So pray that things work out. That's Ash's treasure.
All right.
We will. I know that that's always very stressful when you're in a position to have to go and take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And Christian, if he's still on, our son probably will be able to tell you about that pain.
Yeah.
He's suffering a little bit with car issues as well and trying to decide what to do. North Carolina. Nice. They get rowdy, huh? Okay. Oh, it's funny. The new adventure.
Oh,
They
okay.
get kind of rowdy. Oh, that's funny. Wind chills in the 30s in the morning. OMG.
OMG.
That's where we're supposed to be too, I think. Well, air
Well, actually,
temps
it's supposed to be
and
lower
wind
than
chill I thought they said the top 20s, right?
Yeah, I think they were saying like
Upper
26,
20s
27
will be the wind chill. It's been windy here the last few days.
Very windy.
It's been quite windy, yeah. J Dog's Place. Hello, welcome. Let's see, what else have we got going on at the homestead? Hey, Noel, always have to be in the picture, don't you?
J-Dog. Third in the chat.
And hey, P Wells, there we go. Hello from Tennessee. Won't be on long. Got to pick up huggy from work, but thanks, appreciate it. Cool. For people who are just checking in, we've not heard yet from the person who won the big giveaway.
Yep.
Don Cooper. We hope we've reached out to her in a couple of different ways. We think.
Yeah.
And so we'll see.
Yeah.
If we haven't heard from her by next Friday on that live stream, we're going to go ahead and do that drawing again.
Yep, next
those of you
Friday.
who are just kinda
If she hasn't
checking
reached out to us.
We hope she does, because we sure like her to have that. And it's kind of
Yeah.
cool that she's local-ish
Yeah.
person. So that'd be cool.
Yeah. So I Don Cooper's a pretty common name, kind of.
Yeah, we had a hard time searching it on Facebook, because sometimes we can find some of the people that that watch our videos are also on Facebook.
Yeah.
We've been able to reach out to them that way, but we are we're at a loss. I don't know what else to do to contact her, and we hate for her to, you know. So we'll see. Oh, OMG! Oh, she's here with us. I'll send address. Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, are you being so?
Are you
Wait a second. Hold on. I feel like we might be being duped. Hank, I think the OMG may be the ones that you're going to need to watch out for getting rowdy. Unless they're being serious. And Don Cooper really lives with them, but she doesn't because she's in Blanchard, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's just naughty, OMG.
You guys.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you guys are too much. Can you see if you can let me?
Yeah, exactly, Dave. It's a trap. It is a
It's a
trap.
trap.
100%.
You had me for a second, then I'm
Yeah.
like, wait a second. She's here with us. We'll send her the. Okay.
That's too
Oh
funny.
dear. It's been a long day, so I was willing to really buy into that.
You were gonna hook. That's the hook, line, and sinker. They're reeling you in.
They were really.
It's a good thing you jumped off the hook.
Yeah, yeah.
You do it.
Nice try, though. Nice try.
Oh my goodness.
You can't blame them. You can't blame someone for trying, right?
No.
All right.
So I have some buddies going out to my parents' house this weekend
Watch out, he's gonna have.
to
Just be
to
double
do
check.
some clearing of the land and you know mowing you know paths and trails for our deer camp. Unfortunately, I'm not able to go. I have a couple things here that I have to take care of, and I'm signed up for a goat cheese making class that I already paid for and everything. So my cat's looking for your meow cat. Yeah, Megan was holding her.
And the dogs were not happy about it.
Yeah, they were all up in her face. So, unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry. I wish I could be out there with you guys mowing. It's gonna be nice and cool.
At least they got that going for
Oh
them.
yeah, it's gonna be great. You know, those guys will go out in the morning and do a little.
But I am eager for you to go take the cheese making class.
Yeah, me
with
too.
Bad Baxter Farm.
So, what kind of tractor are you using? So, there's several. I think there's a blue, big old. I don't even know how old it is, Hank. Blue Ford tractor. I think it's Ford. I think, Dad, if you're there, maybe you can answer that. I think. What does Mikey have down there, Megan? I know. There's a father and son that comes down, and one brings his B Series Kubota,
That's what he does.
and then the father he brings in a.
Oh.
I don't know if it's a Mahindra
It is,
or
I think.
it's a red tractor, but I don't know if it's a Mahindra. Maybe it's a Fergus Massey Ferguson. It's one of those two. But it's a big tractor, kind of like yours, Hank. But it's mostly brush hogging and you know just clearing paths, getting tree limbs and tree. You know, I mean they live on 160 acres, so there's always tree debris after storm season that we have to kind of clear up and move out and get things set up for hunting season. So, and those for hunting season started here October 1st for bow. So bow runs October 1st all the way to January 15th, and then they kind of make black powder somewhere in the middle at the end of December for a week and a weekend, and then gun season is a couple weeks around Thanksgiving, and then they open it up for a doe kind of special hunt at the end of December around New Year's. Are we getting some?
The old Massey Deer Boda.
Yes.
Well, you don't know. You just put them together.
I like that. What color would that be?
Sounds like me guessing.
Is that like a
Rainbow?
camouflage? You wouldn't want a rainbow tractor, but camouflage
Maybe.
that may work.
Stuff like that.
Do you want a rainbow tractor?
Yeah, actually I would.
That could be kind of fun, right?
You know what? We're gonna paint your tractor rainbow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just make it nice. I mean, I want it professionally done.
Well, okay, we'll do our best. Camo, of course. Well, yeah. For sure. Let's see. See? Chickenlandia wants a rainbow tractor too. Boom! We're not the only ones.
Hank, would you want a rainbow tractor?
No, Chiclandy wants a glitter tractor. I want that.
Oh, even better. Yeah, glitter.
Now, Tina over at Bumblebee Junction has a pink and purple tractor.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Custom paint.
I assume so. It's a little small, a little lawn tractor, but it's pink and purple.
Ah,
Yeah.
have fun. Sequin.
Sequin. Oh,
Bedazzled.
God. Bejeweled. No.
I mean, you get a lot of second looks.
Maybe that rhino lighting would be okay. Because then you wouldn't have to worry about it getting scratched up.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey.
Hello, Hannah Rose, Southwest Florida.
Who's Southwest Florida?
Southwest Florida. Hannah Rose.
Hannah Rose. I thought good deal.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Hank's in Florida, other end, but you know, you're still struggling to get your computer rolling here. Oh yeah, you got it. It's working now.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Once you get it all set up, they start trying to load all these stupid things. Gotta love Microsoft.
Yeah. So, do you want to try to do a cookbook?
Yeah, you want to give away a cookbook?
Okay. Come up with the question, Dad.
I got it.
Oh, you got one already? Huh?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the book so I can show it.
Well, don't show it.
Don't show. Oh, okay. Good. I got you. I see where you're going with this.
So the question is going to be, so we have a cookbook
Here's the
here
back of it.
that we're in. What YouTube channel was here and actually created the cookbook that we have a recipe in?
That's the question.
That is the question.
What's the name of the YouTube channel that was here that created this cookbook here at the Rock and Sea? Last spring.
Upper corner of Glover, Alabama.
Here, those-
There you go, P Wheel 68.
Something like
He
that.
was. Okay. Yeah.
All
that's
right, P Wheel 68. So hey, if you would send us your information
Let me bring this for you.
at RockingCHomestead@gmail.com. Yeah, Marcy's typing it in right now.
I know who it's asking.
Hey everybody at Deer Camp.
RockingCHomestead@gmail.com. I got it. Anyways, that's right. Self-Reliant Roadshow. That was the book. That was the group that was here, that Bob and Mrs. B that were here, that we were just talking about their projects from earlier. And then they compiled this cookbook with recipes from all of the different homesteads that they visited, including the Rock and Sea Homestead right there with our Instant Pot or Crock Pot stuffed pepper soup.
Yep, that sounds so much.
That's the bomb.
For dinner,
Yep.
whatever it was.
Anyways, that's good stuff. So we will get that sent off to you. And yeah, and we're getting our new order of t-shirts in, our first order of t-shirts in from
Sunday.
we mentioned that last Friday that we worked with Dale Rogers Training Center, which is a facility that employs disabled people, adult people, and they run various businesses, and one of the things they have is a screen printing company.
Yep.
So we had them screen print some Rock and Sea Homestead t-shirts in a royal blue and probably
almost
this
this
color
color, yeah.
gray. So we'll
Storm.
have those storm. We'll have those in stock by come Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have those, and we'll use those primarily just to help kind of promote our channel. So we'll be giving a lot of them away.
Yeah.
I think, and then encouraging people who get them to, if someone asks them about it, tell them about us. Right?
For sure.
Yeah, and then hopefully they also do ball caps.
Yeah,
So
won't quite be like this, but
Yeah, I mean this is pretty nice. It's pretty fancy, but hopefully we'll have some ball caps coming out soon, also that we can
yes.
share with people.
Yes, as you might know, I'd like a good hat.
You hardly ever see the guy without a hat.
We got to protect it. I mean, I'm pretty thin up here.
By your own doing.
Diane, we have Teespring is where we're still doing t-shirts through now, and if you look in the not the comments,
The
but the
descriptions.
description section, of our videos, we have our link to our Teespring
Mhm.
shop in the description of every single video that we put up.
Yep.
So you can find it there. And the nice thing about ordering from Teespring is that we have a wide range of colors that you can choose
Yeah,
from. Like my
different
sister's got a
colors,
purple one, and we've got blue and green and red,
Red and orange.
gray, black,
I mean, if you want orange.
yes. So, anyways, we've got
Yep.
a huge range and every size you could want. And we've ordered some from there just to have for ourselves, and the quality's pretty good. So, yeah. So there you go. Check it out.
Yeah, Chicklandia. You know, every now and then when I look back when we're doing a video, when we're editing, I'm like, I forgot to put on my hat. Why did I, you know, because there's some lag time, especially like in cooking videos and those kind of things where you do something, you wait, and you go do something, you come back, and there's been times where I've not wore a hat and then I've worn it again, and you're like, ah, what am I doing? Continuity of the video. But let's see here, this video is dropping tomorrow.
Talks about Camo Dreams to help disabled children. They're great. And you know, honestly, the pricing was all really good.
Yeah, really good.
Pretty much what you'd pay anywhere else, I think. So, all things being even, I'd rather have my business there. And we do like the idea of working through a local vendor for that. Yeah. You know, the Teespring's great. So don't get me wrong, that's a fantastic outlet. Yeah. For directing people in general towards that, and they can get it anytime and send it anywhere. Yeah. And we don't have to handle any of that stuff. But we thought it would be nice to have some in hand to give to people. Yeah, it's just quicker because unfortunately, like the Teespring, depending on when you hit kind of in that cycle, and depending on how many people ordered, and it's not like we're getting a ton of shirts ordered all the time, so it's a little slow compared to what I would like to do. So continuity errors, yeah. There's a few sometimes. We need some better stage management sometime, I think, to keep us in line. I know. Yeah. We definitely need a production manager. Eli, I'm shiny all the way around. Grew a long beard to keep my head. I tell you, that's something I just cannot do. Is grow a big beard. You've had some pretty decent size. Like last winter, you had. Last year I had a pretty big beard, but once it gets to a certain point, I don't know if it's just maybe I need to use like oil, like that beard oil in it or something. It just gets kind of it starts doing funky things. So. But typically around November time frame, I'll start growing one and see. Prove that you can. Yeah, you have to grow it once a year just to prove, and even more is to see how much gray hair you have in it. It's getting a little gray. It's getting a little bit. It is what it is. I think it makes him look distinguished. There you go, honey. Thank you. Appreciate that. Distinguished. Undistinguished. Distinguished looking. We're gonna say distinguished looking. That's a nice way to approach it, right? Yep. Okay, cool. So Dave, I assume that everything's set up, ready to go for tomorrow? But you guys are going to have a long, long day. Yes, Noelle keeps sticking her head in the video. They said they see a doggy. Yep. I love my funky chin hair. It's squirrely, but I'm at peace with it. And the thing is, I can grow a pretty good full beard. But it just, I can't grow a beard either, and I'm balding in sporadic spots, so it's not even a cool going bald look. Hank, I'm right there with you. That's why I just shaves it all off. Yeah, I just shave it up. I mean, I swear it. So I had, I understand you get a little widow's peak, right? So this hair this part of the widow's peak, I miss half of it, going this way. And you had this spot right here in the middle. It's like, what are you going to do with that? You can't do anything. You can't even comb that over. Not really, no. It's terrible.
Get the spray hair.
Spray hair? Yeah.
I get a Sharpie and kind of...
Just braid it, yeah.
Braid your beard, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh my goodness. Just set up just a few odds and ends left in the morning. It's going to be a busy day for you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure wish we could be up that way. That'd be awesome.
But that video Hank's putting out tomorrow, that may be a good idea. Maybe you do a video, yeah. DRTC. Yeah, that may be a good video to. Good idea, Hank. We hadn't thought about going and seeing if they'd be interested in shooting a video with us. Yeah. I do know the guy. Yeah, I got it in with the guy. Yeah, I know. Friends, good friends. Think about that. We still need to get out to your chicken person's place. Yeah, we need to do that. Yeah. Just time and time and time. It's time. Yeah, for sure. Well, what do you think? We got to put up some more animals and get some weatherproofing. So do another giveaway? Yeah, we'll do one more giveaway, and then we might. You got a question? No, I do not have a question. Do you have a question? These are from last week. We can't use these again. Well, thanks for joining Chicklandia. I will give Bok Bok a hug for you. I won't kiss her. I might.
Madam President. Yeah, exactly.
That's right, Madam President. Thank you. Thanks for joining.
That's funny. Oh, but-
So this is gonna be for a chicken?
no, I think for a shirt.
Oh, for a shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I think so. One of our RockingCHomestead Homestead t-shirts.
Okay.
One of our new ones.
Yeah.
So you can pick the blue or the gray.
Yeah.
Vote on the question.
So I have a question for you.
Oh, okay.
So you guys ready?
Get ready.
Let me know if you're ready. So what was the topic of our last video posted? Do you know? Because you had nothing to do with this.
Oh, I remember. I remember. Bye, Hank. See you guys.
See you, Hank. Thanks for joining, bud.
I was thinking, I need to get my phone and look it up. Topic of the
Hodgepodge
last
was not the herb class.
was the one after the herb class.
Hey, Peace on Heaven,
Oh.
Farmstead.
I got it.
So the question is, what was the topic of our last video that we posted?
The one that we posted on
It would have been
Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
Maybe he's kind of right.
Late Tuesday, yeah.
Maybe he's kind of right.
Do we use, hi Diana, do we use heat lamps for the chickens in the winter?
No.
And the reason being is last winter, you'll have to go look at some of our videos from there. We had an actual almost fire start in one of the chicken coops because the heat lamp, it was screwed into the thing, but the little,
I think
That's it, Diana.
Diane got it.
You're the winner, Diane.
all right, Diane. Anyways, Diane, I'll mark you down and you send your information to RockingCHomestead@gmail.com so that we can make sure we
Yep.
get that to you.
And if you would include the size that you want.
Yes, and if you would like blue or gray.
Yep.
It's kind of a bright blue color, and then it's kind of this color gray. But it looked nice with the white thing on there. Anyways, we had almost a fire. Life just happened to be walking out there. Just happened to be walking out there with buckets of water to break up some, it was cold, obviously, to break up some ice. And as he was walking out, he could see what he thought was just steam from heat and cold. You know, you sometimes get in the morning like fog. And saw it lifting up from there, but as he got closer, he realized that was smoke, and it had actually started some of the hay on fire. So that was the day we took all those out and said, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, and they were the rest of the. I mean, it was like probably late November.
We live where it's not too cold for long stretches of time, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, and
so we don't use them.
And really, they say that unless it's like an extreme cold, you don't need it. And it's actually better for the chickens not to have that warmth. I mean, because and once we had that happen, we started really looking into it, and we got feedback from other people. And one person brought up a really good point. They're like, okay, what if you always heat your chickens when they're inside, and they get used to that, but then if you have a winter storm and you lose power, how are you going to heat those birds up? At that point, they've lost all of their conditioning to be cold, and so they'll probably struggle even more. So it's just better just to let them. Yeah, right.
We're at today.
Just
I'm busy putting suntan lotion.
On his skull. So, and again, like I said, we don't get long exposed periods of cold anyways, but I see that Oak Knob Farm says they live in New Hampshire and they're not intending to use the heat lamps there.
Yeah, I mean,
and you can also research breeds. Some breeds are well suited for cold weather.
Yeah.
And if you're worried about that, you can always look for those. And some breeds are just hardier in general than others, and they're cold and heat tolerant. So there's some options there if you want to try to just find the breed that's right for the environment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just, grew up on the farm with 50 chickens, never had heat.
Never had heat,
there you go. A lot of it comes down to the structure. You want a good solid structure that has ventilation, but not drafty.
Right. And they shouldn't get wind or exposure to rain on them.
Yep.
And then they should be okay. They huddle together and then they puff themselves up like wearing a down feather coat, really, or something like that. And same with the goats. They're wearing cashmere jackets. They're fine.
Yeah, it's just like any other animal that's outside. It grows a winter coat and it can survive.
Smaller. That's right. Smaller combs is good because the bigger combs are more susceptible to getting frostbite. I mean, you can go in and put Vaseline on them when it's cold. That protects them a little bit from that.
Yeah, the combs and the wattles.
Yeah. and we have that one rooster, big comb and big wattles, and we may have to go ahead and Vaseline him up.
What's weird about him? He has 2 sets of wattles on each side. He has a red and a white.
He's a rather awesome looking rooster,
Yeah,
and you know what? He's a pretty good guy.
He's a really good rooster.
I'm impressed, and he's probably gonna get to stay around for a long time because
Hey, you're welcome, Diana.
he's nice to the ladies.
Really nice to really gentle with
He's
them.
nice to us.
Yeah.
Which we've had some roosters that were real son of a guns.
Yes.
They were not nice roosters. But this guy's nice, and he doesn't seem to be harassing the ladies too much.
No. And
So-
it helps just having one
It does, yeah.
with all those chickens.
All the ladies, yeah. He gets all the ladies. Yeah, all right, Diane. Glad we could help you
Shoot!
out. Oops, I put the wrong thing in here. I'm so dumb.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what are you writing?
I don't know.
I just
Silly.
You knew more than I.
Just being silly, that's all. Okay, there we go. Got it. Pizza Homestead, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy. Welcome, welcome. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, we
Yeah, give us a
really
thumbs up. It
appreciate
helps.
your help. Yeah. We're closing in on the watch hours. We need to hit that next level on YouTube.
Yeah, we're about 300 away.
So
We're 250 away.
you know, any of those videos you haven't watched, if you want to go back and watch them, and we're not gonna say, you know, we're not gonna complain. We're gonna
Yeah, we have some pretty long playlists that you guys can just start and run it.
just run.
And just keep watching it. Or walk away
Anyways,
and don't watch it, but yeah.
We're
but,
really eager to get to that next.
Yeah, and not that we're going to make any money off it. It's just one of those things of a goal, I think.
It's just become that thing that felt like it was so far in the distance when we started this just over a year ago. We're like, wow, didn't even seem achievable, honestly.
And really...
And now it actually is achievable. I think we can see it.
Yeah, when you look at back on our channel, back in April, we were at like 500 watch hours. And now we're at 3,800.
Yeah.
Just from April to now, so... Compared to August to April, that was a huge jump. So...
Yeah. But we got ways to go still, so... Right, yes. Heat lamps. And also there's I've seen where they've got, like it's a panel. It goes on the wall and it just produces, it's not blowing heat. It's just like ambient heat, you know, there. So, I mean...
Yeah, and for little chickens, if you have little baby chickens, I've seen these platforms.
Pads.
No, they're actually platforms.
Yeah, okay.
They have like legs that like you can raise up and down depending on how big the birds are, and it's that kind of that radiant heat that the chicks can get up underneath if they want to and get out from underneath it.
So I mean radiant heat. Thank you. That's the word I was looking.
But that would be a good thing if you're doing like little baby chickens. You know, I was struggling internally about the meat chickens because the containers I had them in were just the birds are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And I split them, but
we bought another container, but they were still filling the
But
containers.
it was just, everything was getting just dirty every day. I just couldn't keep up with everything on them. Making sure they were clean and making sure they had enough room and making sure their water and their feed was good.
Yeah.
And so I was like, and I knew this cold weather was coming up, so I kind of pushed them out a little bit earlier than I wanted to, but I wanted to get them outside to get used to the little bit of cold before it got real cold.
Before it got really cold.
So.
But we're going to cover them fully with a tarp. So with them all in there together, I think they're going to be good.
Thank you, Diane.
Oh yes, thank you, Diane. I really do appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it's just the principle of the whole thing. We got to get there.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, we're doing this YouTube channel because we're just having a darn good time.
Yeah, we're just having fun. And
just having fun, but when you see those goals, and they seem so far away, so I don't even think about them.
Yeah.
But then when they get that close, we're like, well, now, this is something we can get to, I think, But anyways, like I said, we're doing this just because it's just so much fun.
It's fun, and we just want to show you guys out there in the world of YouTube that, no matter if you're, in your 20s, in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever, no matter where you're at,
Big
you can
property,
do some
small
of this stuff.
property.
Yeah, you can do some of this stuff. Now, you may only be able to have 1 or 2 chickens. You may not be able to have a goat, but you may be able to do, I don't know if you can have goats or not, but you can garden, and you can do that. Or
you can have just pots,
Yeah.
or you can have a full-on garden.
Or if you don't have a place to garden, but you still want a can, there's farmers markets, there's farmers out there that you can reach out to and get harvest on. I know we've done that. We've went to different places to get certain things like peaches and apples and pears.
Because we're not growing those here, but
and
like
tomatoes, or at least not enough.
Yep.
And we preserve those. We knew how they were grown, and it's working out great.
Yep. So yeah. That's something.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why we started. We're just trying to help
Dave.
people know they can do it. You can do it.
And maybe they can
Couple
watch
birds,
us get inspired, or learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
Because everything that we do out here pretty much is an experiment and a learning adventure at this point. Other than maybe chickens.
Even that has just, we didn't know any of that stuff when we came.
Yeah.
We didn't know any of that. It's all been from other people being kind and willing to help us and answer our questions, videos that we've watched and other channels that we've been inspired by, like Living Traditions.
Yep, 100%.
Has been kind of our, Eli, yes, preach. I think as soon as you stop trying to learn something new, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Super soil video. We were just talking
thank you,
about the
guys.
super soil today.
Yeah, there would be a video, and maybe Sundays, we're going to talk about super soil.
Oh, it's just really, it's the difference.
It really
It's
is.
a difference maker. So we're firm believers in the super soil, and we think that Bumblebee Junction folks are pretty dang smart.
He had a good mixolation of that stuff.
He had a good mixolation. Lance's new special word, mixolation.
Hey, it's just from that video.
Yep.
What are you guys doing down there?
Oh, no,
Welcome
Wells
to the
being
table.
cray-cray. Stop, fool.
Table's all shaking.
Stop, goofball.
Okay. That's 7:51.
It's 7:51. We probably need to wrap it up because we got to go get those animals squared away. We didn't get our animals put up before the video started because we were in a panic on the gardens.
We couldn't help it.
So we're gonna have to wrap it up, get back out there, put our little headlights on because now it's dark,
Our jackets.
and our coats because it's getting cold, and go back out there and make sure all the hatches are battened down and everybody's got proper coverage for the night. So
Yeah. So, any last questions?
we're so glad you all came. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely,
Every
guys.
time we
Thank
have
you.
one of these, we're like, think anyone will come?
Yeah. Well, because we know Friday night's not the greatest
just
night
not
for
the
everybody,
greatest
but
day.
it works with our schedule.
Yeah.
And hopefully, as the winter goes along, and high school football ends, and
Yeah.
kind of everybody slows
We'll
down
catch
for the
some more
winter time,
people,
it'll be
maybe.
great.
Those people with kids in band and stuff. I know they're
Yeah.
all super busy in the
Or
fall.
cheer. Like I know Hank,
cheer,
has
exactly.
misses ours because
Yep.
it's
So
cheer,
anything that goes around football, band, cheer, football, things that takes everybody's
Yeah.
time all through the fall. So yeah. Anyways, it was great seeing y'all, and thanks as you're logging out, if you don't mind
Give us a big
pushing
thumbs
that
up.
thumbs up, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we will see you all next Friday night.
Yes, next Friday
Be
night.
here, 7
Same
p.m.
channel right here.
Yep. All right. Have a good night, y'all.
Here, I'll go turn it off. You keep talking.
Have a great night and a great weekend. Enjoy it. Stay warm if you're in a cold place.
Bye, y'all.
Boomer sooner.
Bye. Boomer sooner.